Okay, what you're looking at is one of these modern day retro or reproduction, whatever term you choose to use, radio, CD player, cassette player, and phonograph all built together. These things are sold in many different variations under about 1 million different brand names. Some of these are just record player only, some of them just have radio and record player, some have radio, CD, record player, and they even make a version of this with an automatic record changer in it. And like I said, these are sold under about 1 million brand names, with Crosley being probably the most popular brand now. Let's see, the brand on this one is Anders Nicholson. I guess they were trying to make this piece of crap sound like something it's not. But I'm here to tell you, don't waste your money on one of these. They're junk. If you choose to waste your money on one of these, this is what you'll get. First, let's start with the cabinet. You'll get a genuine particle board, or in some cases, heavy cardboard constructed cabinet. And for veneer, they use this fine quality, heavy duty contact paper. That's real nice, isn't it? And for the knobs, very flimsy. Look at this tuning knob. I better quit wiggling it. It might break off on me. Function knob, very cheap feeling and wiggles just like the tuning knob does. All these control shafts that these knobs attach to are just little thin plastic shafts that'll break without too much trouble. Volume control, and this one is intermittent. Sometimes the one speaker, the left channel, won't work unless you wiggle the volume control. Cleaning may help that, who knows. This thing has a very crappy tuner in it. It's not very selective at all, and some of the stronger stations come in on more than one position on the dial.
Cannon says thousands of
669279328. Apologize, confess, and I will be your maintenance.
Okay, who's calling? Okay, I'm back. Let's see, where were we? Demonstrating the radio on this piece of junk. And miraculously, the CD player still works, but who knows for how long. Okay, now let's look at the turntable, because we're running out of time here. This is a little 2-speed, all plastic, manual turntable. See, I'm not lying. It's all plastic, except for maybe a few minute pieces that really don't matter. And, of course, the belt is broken. And when I pulled the back off, the first thing I saw was the little cheap DC drive motor hanging down. The reason being because the 3 rubber motor mount grommets melted, and therefore the motor just fell out of the chassis. And over the years, I found these motors are not the most reliable things in the world. After a year or 2 or 3 of use, they'll sometimes run at the wrong speed, or sometimes the bearings will wear out and they'll run unevenly, which causes wow and flutter. Now, in the older turntables, used in the 40s, 50s, and 60s, they were mostly all-metal construction with a full-sized AC motor. And those old AC motors, about the only trouble they gave was needing to be cleaned and lubricated. I'd say probably in 25 years of doing this, I've only ran into 2 or 3 of the old style AC motors that required replacement. And look at the tone arm on this thing. Little cheap plastic tone arm that feels like it tracks at about 15 grams. And yes, some of the old record changers from the 50s and 60s had heavy tracking tone arms on them, but many of them were not nearly as heavy and are crude as what this one is. This thing here would ruin your records after not too many plays, so if you choose to buy one of these, don't play any good records on it because they won't last long. Okay, let me turn it around and show you the back. Okay, there's the label. I don't know how well it's showing up, but it is made in China, just like I said, so. And here's the inside. Can't see it very well, but you've got just a little cheap printed circuit board chassis mounted on a cheap little plastic frame. There's the power transformer. There's a little cheap Chinese speaker, one on each side. There's the cheap cassette deck that I hadn't even tested to see if it works or not. Well, amazing, it's still got a belt on it. And here's the belt that came out of the turntable on here, just dry rotted and broke right half in two. Yes, on the older record players, I have to often replace the rubber parts, but come on, those things are 50, 60 years old. It's time for those to dry rot. And in some cases, those parts are even still good, but this thing is less than 10 years old and is falling apart. A lot of people approach me about buying these things. They think they're under the assumption that because this is 2012 that these newer reproduction machines are of better quality than the original models from the 50s and 60s. Because, I mean, after all, technology has advanced so much in the past 50 or 60 years. Well, that's wrong. These things are not quality. I can't stress that enough. Don't waste your money on one. Instead, get that old RCA or Zenith or Voice of Music or Motorola model out of the closet or the attic. Have it professionally restored, and you'll have a record player that will last for another 50 or 60 years. However, if you're still not convinced that these things are junk and still think you must own one, then by all means go out and buy one. Because I will gladly accept your old, outdated, worn-out model from the 50s or 60s. Just send it to me. I'll be glad to take it. And you can enjoy your new Crosley or Thomas or Detrola or Emerson or whatever knockoff brand they're using now for maybe 90 days anyway before it craps out on you. Okay, there's my rant on these modern reproduction pieces of garbage from China. I think you get the message. Thanks for watching. More to come later.